Okay, great. So, how long have you been a Coeur d'Alene police officer?
I've been with Coeur d'Alene since 2015.
And what day was that TikTok video? Like when was that?
That was on December 11th.
So about a week ago.
Yeah.
Great. And then what happened that night? Like, what was your shift, and what was going on with the neighboring homes? And especially right now with Christmas, kind of along the way. Was that what spurred this act of kindness?
It wasn't really so much an act of kindness as just doing my job. Um, we have had a lot of problems, especially with the start of COVID, with people being off work or kids being out of school, with auto burglaries and thefts picking up. And it's Christmas time now, and it's pretty common for packages to get stolen. And Christmas is a time to lift people's spirits, and there's nothing worse than having your Christmas gifts ripped off and not being able to provide your friends and families with what you worked hard for. So I work graveyard, and I have for quite a few years. And in this particular district of mine that I patrol, there's been a significant increase in auto burglaries and thefts. And just about an hour prior to me contacting this residence, we had a package theft up in the northern part of the city, and I patrolled by and saw a bunch of packages stacked on the doorstep, and decided I didn't want his packages to get ripped off, and that's part of my job. And so I rang his doorbell, and he had a Ring camera, which was awesome. So he was able to help me out in assisting his packages getting to a safe spot.
And do you know if he was able to get his packages safely, and were you able to contact him again or anything like that?
I was able to put them in the safe area where he requested I place them, which was in his garage. And then I locked the door for him afterwards, and then we left. I haven't contacted him since then, no.
And how does it make you feel that this family in particular will have these gifts, or potential gifts, because of your act of, you were working, but it was really so nice of you to do that, and how does it make you feel as a police officer in that area?
How does it make me feel as a police officer? I'm humbled by it, because I'm just doing my job, especially at the Coeur d'Alene Police Department. We strive for customer service and proactivity, which that was two of those things that I was engaging in my district. And I'm just doing my job, and it ended up turning into this.
And then for other people, for other folks who, let's say, you're in the area and you see some gifts that you see in the front door of somebody, what would you recommend them do? And you do have this sort of sense of you want to be cautious for that family. Should they call police at that point, or what are some advice that you could give on that end?
So actually, if you go onto our Facebook page, we have great tips on the Coeur d'Alene Police Department's Facebook page. There's a great video on tips. It's pretty comical and entertaining, so you don't lose focus on it. But talk to your neighbors. If you trust your neighbors, have your neighbors pick up your packages if you're not going to be around when they're dropped off, to bring them inside for you. It's great to you can call us to come pick up your packages if you're delayed for whatever reason. If you have an emergency, we can attempt to assist you. Also, getting Ring cameras, it's huge. It helps us, especially for if your packages do get stolen, then we can see the person, attempt to go through the neighborhood and identify any other residents that have Ring cameras or security, and get the person charged with whatever crime is necessary. And then also using tracking information on your shipments.
And I don't know if you know this, but your TikTok video has 626.3 thousand hearts, 5,404 comments, and about 2,600 shares. So how does it make you feel to be TikTok famous now?
It makes me feel, I don't like to be in the public eye, so it's humbling, but also a little terrifying. But it's pretty cool.
And then, so for the holidays here that are coming, would you like to give a message to the people of Coeur d'Alene and also the people in Spokane as well in the Inland Northwest?
Yeah, so I'm from Spokane, and I know a lot of people are struggling with Christmas, and we really need to focus on the Christmas spirit and being together and lifting each other up and get away from the negative of what's surrounding us and the current events of today and just focus on family and friends.
And then I also, this last question, I spoke with your captain. He says he's very proud of you, and he says this is a great thing. And do you think this reflects sort of the identity of the Coeur d'Alene Police Department of, you guys doing such great work out there? And, you said you were just doing your job, but is that a reflection of the Coeur d'Alene Police Department? Is that a reflection of you as a police officer? And sometimes there is a stigma out there that police officers aren't the nicest folks out there. But does this sort of represent you guys that you guys are at the end of the day doing good for people, and that's why you guys are here in the community and such a valid, important part of the community?
Absolutely. This department, it emphasizes proactive work and being out in the community and improving community relations, especially with what this year has given police officers. It was a very negative light, and that's a small portion. That's not the commonality of police work. This is the commonality of police work. We're out in our communities trying to do our jobs and do good work and keep people protected and their property protected. And we can't be everywhere at once, unfortunately. But if we're able to help, one person or a couple people, then that makes me a little bit happier at the end of the day.